and once again it's wonderful to have your company. And a bit of a cloudy day here in Brisbane today, but it is going to be like this. A little bit on the warmish side, but still not too bad, compared to the other days that we had previously. Well, right now let's move on. In this segment we have the two very important parts. One is the news update and the devastating news coming out of Turkey and Syria.
The enormous scale of the damage caused by yesterday's earthquake has only grown overnight, with Turkish rescue teams continuing their hunt for survivors in towns and cities right across the south of this country. The 7.8 magnitude quake happened just after 4 in the morning, followed by several aftershocks. In both Turkey and across the border in Syria, the death toll has sharply climbed hour upon hour, along with the number of injured. Thousands of buildings, including entire apartment blocks, have been destroyed, their floors crushing people who were sleeping when the tremor struck. While rescuers have worked through the night and day and now night again, they faced heavy rains, snow and freezing conditions. They hope to find people who remain trapped under the twisted metal and crumbling concrete of partially collapsed structures. Over on the Syrian side of the border, hundreds more have been killed. The area affected by the quake is home to millions of vulnerable displaced Syrians who have had their lives torn apart by more than 11 years of civil war. Some buildings destroyed there had been previously wrecked by the bombardment in the fighting. The earthquake is the worst disaster in Turkey since 1939, according to the country's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Deprem bölgesindeki
We do not know how far the number of dead and injured will rise as debris removal works continue in many buildings in the quake zone. Our hope is that we will recover from this disaster with the least loss of life. We have received several calls for international aid to our country. Offers of assistance from 45 countries, including NATO and the European Union, have reached us.
Around the world, dozens of countries have offered their help and support for those affected by the earthquakes. Both Ukraine and Russia say they're on standby if need be, while countries like Spain and Poland are already mobilising rescue teams. For now, though, there's every expectation that the number of casualties will only rise.
And that is quite inevitable that the numbers will rise, and that is rather sad to see that all the casualties there, and I know there have been lots of international aid that is being channeled that way. But once again, if you look at the conditions, very, bitterly cold there as well, and displaced Syrian refugees, housing there, and then this earthquake. Oh my, how bad can things get? Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to go to our daily India report.
Welcome to the Daily India Report that brings you reports, interviews, features and more on India and the Indian diaspora. Announcing a new trilateral cooperation, Foreign Ministers of India, France and UAE discussed the roadmap for the initiative in areas of defence, energy and technology. India, France and the UAE on February 4th have announced a formal trilateral cooperation initiative in the areas of defence, nuclear energy and technology. The foreign ministers of the three countries held a telephonic meeting to adopt a roadmap for the implementation of this initiative. A joint statement by the three sides said the trilateral initiative will serve as a forum to promote the design and execution of cooperation projects in the fields of energy, with a focus on solar and nuclear energy. It also said defence is an area of close cooperation between three countries and efforts will be undertaken to further promote joint development and co-production. It added that the countries would discuss further collaboration and training between their defence forces. The foreign ministers of India, France and the UAE met for the first time in a trilateral format on the margins of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on September 19, 2022. There, the three ministers put forward their shared desire to promote international stability and prosperity and to further build upon the constructive and collaborative ties that exist between the three countries. It was also decided to establish a formal trilateral cooperation initiative with the aim of expanding cooperation in various fields of mutual interest. Indian Railways has announced a special tour package for Gujarat state, named Garvi Gujarat, that covers 3,500 km in 8 days. Indian Railways has come up with a special tour named Garvi Gujarat to showcase the cultural and spiritual heritage of the vibrant state by running its Bharat Gaurav Deluxe AC tourist train. This train tour package has been designed on the lines of the centre scheme of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat and is conceptualized on the life of great freedom fighter and former Deputy Prime Minister of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The entire train will cover a distance of 3,500 kilometers approximately during the course of the 8 days journey. The special tourist train will depart on 28 February from Delhi Safdarjung railway station for the 8-day tour. The boarding and deboarding facility is provided at Gurugram, Rewari, Ringas, Fulera and Ajmer railway stations for the convenience of tourists. The first stoppage will be Kevadia within the Statue of Unity, will be the centre of attraction. Apart from this, the tour will also cover Champanar Archaeological Park, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Adelaide Step Wall, Akshardham Temple at Ahmedabad, Sabarmati Ashram, Modhera Sun Temple and the Rani Ki Vav. Besides these, it will go to Somnath Jyotirlinga, Nageshwar Jyotirlinga, Dwarkadhish Temple and Bead Dwarka. As per the release by the Ministry of Railways, there will be 2-night stay in the hotels, one each at Kevadia and Ahmedabad respectively, while the visit of places at Somnath and Dwarka will be covered in the day halt at the destination. The fully air-conditioned train provides 2 types of accommodation, first AC and second AC. The train has enhanced security features of CCTV cameras and security guards in each coach and is also equipped with an infotainment system in the entire train. The train also has other features including 2 fine dining restaurants, a modern kitchen, shower cubicles in coaches, a sensor-based washroom, foot massager. In a bid to bring the inflation in the country down, the Indian Central Bank (RBI) is expected to hike the repo rate by 25 basis points during its Monetary Policy Committee meeting. With credit growth continuing to race ahead much faster than deposits, the Reserve Bank of India is expected to hike rates by 25 basis points this week, its last hike for the current economic cycle. The central bank would also need to hike rates to keep up with global central banks as the US Fed, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of England raised interest rates in January 2023. In January 2023, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das had hinted at a policy pivot with rates plateauing. The RBI Governor had said, "Central banks have started what appears to be a pivot towards lower rate hikes or pauses. At the same time, they continue to emphatically reiterate their resolve to bring inflation down closer to targets." High policy rates for a longer duration appear to be a distinct possibility going forward. The Governor will announce the Monetary Policy Committee decision on rates on February 8th. Sector experts expect the Monetary Policy Committee to persist with another rate hike to bring the repo rate to 6.5% from 6.25% at present for this cycle before a pause. The government's decision to stick with fiscal consolidation will make the MPC's task easier. With the economy slowing down, growth in credit would also tend to be moderated to a lower level of around 11 to 13% in financial year 24. The year-on-year growth in bank credit is 16.5% as against 10% for bank deposits. In the past, RBI has said that its rate hikes will take a few quarters to have an impact. However, a 25 basis point hike is seen as a certainty, as its target of 4% is still far, with December inflation coming in at 5.72%. Indian stocks opened in red on February 6 as the Adani Enterprises crisis continued to cast a shadow on investor sentiments. Indian stock market opened flat but quickly moved to red on February 6 as Adani Enterprises stocks shed 6% and Divi's Lab and Tata Steel traded in red at the start. ITC and Axis Bank gained in the early trading. Metal, IT and energy dragged the market, while bank indices were stable. The Adani crisis is expected to continue to cast a shadow on the investors' sentiment this week, despite the government assuring that the fundamentals of the Indian economy remain strong. RBI MPC meeting scheduled to be conducted from February 6 to February 8 will also be in focus. It is expected that the RBI will increase the interest rates by 25 basis points. Globally, the surprise element is the robust job numbers in the US, which came to 517,000 in January. This tight labor market in the US indicates continuing strength in the US economy and the possibility of the US recession receding. Tamil star Thalapathy Vijay's next film with director Lokesh Kanagaraj has been titled Leo. The director released a promo video announcing the title. Tamil language star Vijay's upcoming film with director Lokesh Kanagaraj has been titled Leo. The film was announced recently with the promo video. It has become a tradition of sorts for Lokesh Kanagaraj to shoot a promo video to announce his film titles. The upcoming film was earlier tentatively named Thalapathy 67. Lokesh took to Twitter to announce the title and shared the promo. The video clip features Vijay working at what looks like a chocolate manufacturing unit. He can be seen handpicking coffee beans and juxtaposes his other side where we see him forging a sword from scratch and getting ready to face the imminent threat. Towards the end of the video, as he draws the sword out, he dips it in the freshly made chocolate ganache. As he wields the sword, the title Leo appears on the screen. Vijay says, "Bloody sweet," as the video ends. Seen as another gangster film filled with high action, the film also stars Sanjay Dutt, Miskin, Gautam Vasudev Menon, Arjun, Trisha and Priya Anand among others. Anirudh Ravichandar composed the music for the film. Leo marks Vijay and Lokesh's reunion after Master. Here comes a Telugu action drama, a story of three doppelgangers meeting in a twist of fate. The trailer of Nandamuri Kalyan Ram's film Amigos has been released. Telugu language actor Nandamuri Kalyan Ram's upcoming film Amigos is all set to release in theatres on February 10th. The film's trailer has been released and it's getting a good response from the fans. The trailer garnered over 5 lakh views within 1 hour of its release. Earlier, the makers had released an intriguing teaser of the film on January 8th. Written and directed by debutant filmmaker Rajendra Reddy, the film stars Nandamuri Kalyan Ram in a triple role as doppelgangers. Alongside the actor, the film also features Nitin Prasanna and Ashika Ranganath as the main leads. The trailer of the movie gives a glimpse into the action sequences of the film, and Kalyan Ram is seen in a bold avatar. The film is bankrolled by Naveen Yernani and Y. Ravi Shankar under the banner Maitri Movie Makers. Actress Ashika Ranganath plays the leading lady in the film, and the trailer of the movie gives a glimpse into her happy-go-lucky character. The actress is known for films including Crazy Boy and Rambo 2. With this movie, she is going to make her debut in the Telugu film industry. That's all for this bulletin of the Daily India Report.
And thank you very much for that report, Simran. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to go to all our functions and events. ladies and gentlemen, that's about all we have time for you in this segment. It's been wonderful having your company as usual on the 7th day of February 2023. And it's a pleasant sort of a day in Brisbane. Well, it depends upon what you call pleasant. For me, it is pleasant and it's wonderful, and it's not very bright and it's neither very cloudy. So yes, it's good to be out and about on a day like this. Well, until tomorrow, it's goodbye from us.